guys, welcome back to another recap of The Amazing Race. Last week, Jeff and Jordan were eliminated. That sucks. They were my favorite team, but now I'm going to have to root for the father and daughter. Alright, so they're in France. They're going to be flying to the Seychelles, which is in Africa or near Africa. Everybody's on the same flight, so everything's going to get equalized. Once they get there, they're going to have to find a kiosk and take a number. So everybody was trying to get their seats in the front of the plane, which is pretty smart because it's going to be a foot race to see who gets, ahead in the next leg. So once they got their little ticket, they find out that they have to travel by chopper to the Isle of Tigue. And the first three they get to leave immediately on the helicopter pretty much, and the last three have to wait an hour, and that was the cowboys, the cops, and the lesbians. They all had to wait. So they find out it's a detour when they get there. It's Toddle or Ox Trot. So in Toddle, they had to use a banana to lure a turtle, which was huge and old, across this little turtle runway thing. And then once they got him all the way across, or her, they had to take a giant bunch of bananas each and deliver it for the next clue. In Ox Trot, they had to bring a cart to the load up area, load up an entire thing of coconuts, not forgetting any, then have the guy hook up an ox and deliver it 2 miles to get the next clue. So Steve and Allie were the only ones who successfully did the Toddle. Carol and Brandy attempted it, but that turtle really did not like them. So they ended up switching to the coconut one with the ox, but then they lost a coconut. Brent and Katie also lost a coconut, and Jet and Cord. So they all had to go back and retrieve their coconuts to get their next clue. Dan and Jordan, they didn't really have much of a problem. They nicknamed their ox Box after their dad. So it was pretty smooth sailing for them. And Louie and Michael, same thing. They didn't really have a problem. So once they finished the Detour, they had to proceed to St Pierre Island. Steve and Allie forgot their backpacks at that point. And the turtle that was in their Toddle was kind of hanging out, eating his banana, watching it for him. And the bros, they're like, yo, we're in Africa. I don't know about this Africa. I never seen anything like this before. I wouldn't think I was in Africa. So then they took it upon themselves to slap each other in the boobs. I thought that was, for lack of a better word, coming off a little gay. All right, so it's time for the roadblock, and one of the team members has to go underwater, find the crate with the bottles tied to it, untie one bottle, and bring it back up. Once they bring it back up and to shore, they have to assemble the map that's inside to find the pit stop. So Steve and Allie, they came in first place, and from 7-Up, they won a oceanside dining experience with massages and $7,000 each, plus, if that's not enough, all the 7-Up that they can drink. Is that like that day? I'm sure it's like a lifetime, right? So Dan and Jordan came in second. Now Brent and Katie and Louie and Michael, once they got their maps, they were kind of working together because they don't like Carol and Brandy. In fact, no one does because they're rude. So Jet and Cord, they tried to sneak in there in 5th place, but they left their bottle on the boat, and they kind of did a little ESP thing to find the pit stop. And Phil was like, you got to bring the bottle on shore. So they had to go back and get the bottle, which gave Carol and Brandy a chance to sneak in there. So Jet and Cord ended up being the last to arrive, which really sucked. But the good news is it was a non-elimination leg, which means they can stay in the race if they perform their speed bump next week and don't come in last place. Next time, they're in Malaysia, and Jet and Cord struggle to stay in the race. Will they? Till next time, much love.